I recently read Gretchen Rubin's book, Better Than Before, and you may have seen the blog post that I sent out about it. If you didn't, feel free to go into my website, darcyloma.com, and check it out. And you can also sign up and you'll get my weekly Wednesday Thoughtfully Fit tips. And she talks about in that book that there are 4 different tendencies on how people respond to expectations. And that there are outer expectations when you have a deadline or somebody that is expecting a deliverable from you. And then there are inner expectations where you maybe say you want to meditate every day or setting a New Year's resolution. And that, depending on how you respond to each of those, will determine which of the 4 categories you fall in. Questioner, upholder, rebel, or obliger. Had to think of the 4th one. And so my team and I were recently talking about this because I'm noticing that we all have, on our team, we all have different styles. And what that means is it determines what kind of accountability you need to be able to do what you say you want to do. And so if you're sitting out there thinking, oh, I never can follow through and I just don't have willpower, or I procrastinate till the very end, stop beating yourself up and instead use your Thoughtfully Fit core. So pause, kick yourself out of autopilot where you're frustrated and cycling in this negativity, and think about what is your style, and then act from that place. Now, if you don't know your style, you can go online and Google, and Gretchen has a free quiz you can take to identify which of those 4 tendencies you are. And as you know, in Thoughtfully Fit, we're constantly trying to learn how to coach ourselves. And the equation is you create new awareness, and then with that new awareness, you have access to different actions. So use that awareness then to determine how you want to design accountability for yourself. And instead of beating yourself up, create some structures and systems for accountability. So I happen to be an upholder. So I don't like to let other people down. So for me, accountability, I design external accountability to help me. For instance, Jill and I, every morning at 7:30, have a stand-up meeting where we are setting our goals for the day and designing accountability. Last week, there was something that I had to do that I didn't want to do. And I said, okay, Jill, I'm going to text you by noon. Well, it was 11:58 and I didn't want to do it, but I more so didn't want to let Jill down. And so I quickly did it and I texted her and I said, thank you, gosh. And it only took me a couple of minutes to do that first step that I had committed to, because I knew if I did it, it would get the ball rolling and then the next steps would come easier. Another example for me of accountability, my triathlon coach sends me my workouts every day on Training Peaks. And then I have to go in and upload. Actually, it happens automatically with my watch, my workout uploads, and then I can go in and make comments about how I felt and whether I'm injured or need a day off or whatever it might be. And I know, and then she comments, and I've got that support system built in. She'll comment like, hey, great ride today. Similarly, my workout gym where I go for kickboxing and strength training, if I go 6 days in a row, I have to hand in my card when I get there and they'll initial it. On the 7th day, they'll put a little smiley face sticker. And so for me, that is surprisingly motivating because I want to get these stickers and I want to see when I'm coming in the morning or the afternoon for my workout that I've got a lot of smiley face stickers. Now, if you're a rebel, you're going to need something else. If you're a questioner, there might be a different style. But when I'm working with executive coaching clients, this is part of what we're doing. We're creating new awareness so that they know what structures and support measures do they want to implement in order to do what they say they want to do. One of the women in my small group coaching, my women's leadership circle, loved the 4-month series. And a month after, she reached out and she said, Darcy, I just don't know what's wrong. When I was in the series, I was doing my homework, I was checking in, I was on the private Facebook page, I was showing up at the accountability groups, I was doing my homework, and now I'm not doing that. A month or 6 weeks have gone by and I have these great intentions and I'm not. And she was beating herself up. And so instead I said, well, let's do a mini laser coaching session and see if we can break through this. And she had this realization that she had made up in her mind that she needed to be able to do these things on her own, and she hadn't put any structures or support systems in place. And so she decided she was going to reach out to a couple of the women from her accountability group and ask if they wanted to connect weekly and set up each other for success. And I just had heard from her recently, and she reached out and she said they were thrilled because they also were wanting a deeper connection. And so today, your workout, your challenge, if you want to be more thoughtfully fit, remember you have to practice and train. It doesn't just come naturally. Just like if you want to be physically fit, you have to work out and practice and train. Is to pause and think about, what is it that you want to be doing that you're not? And what support systems and accountability measures would help you to do what you say you want to do so that you can find success? And then act, implement it. Take the next step now, today. If you want to be accountable to me, then post in the comments below what you're going to do, and will help me and all of those people who are on my page. Thank you for being part of my online community. Will help create some accountability for you. And if you want to design a structure and support, that's one of the things that is powerful about coaching, is there is automatically every 2 weeks accountability, because you've got your next coaching session and you've got homework at the end of every session. So feel free to reach out. Jill is my coaching coordinator. She'll have a free conversation with you to learn about what your goals are, and she'll set you up with one of the coaches on my team or myself, depending on the personality and style that you want and what your budget is. And you can do a free exploratory session to see if there's good chemistry. So good luck to you. Go out there and do what you want to do. Your life, you are worth it, and this is the only life you have. So good luck. Let us know how it goes. I'm Darcy Loma. Happy Thoughtfully Fit Thursday.